The Steelers are looking to make it a 4-point weekend here on home ice against the Dundee Stars after Manchester was swept aside with a 4-goal second period blitz yesterday. Matt Greenfield is back in goal and Ivan Bjorkley-Nordstrom rejoins the team after being away with Great Britain. Dundee have struggled this season. They're 15 points out of a playoff spot and are the lowest scoring team in the league. They've managed just 1 goal in their previous 3 meetings in Sheffield this season. Robert Dowd is once again chasing landmarks. 1 more goal for 400 in the Elite League and 1 more assist for 400 for the Steelers. Welcome back to Sheffield, Martin Latal. 52 goals, 64 assists, top 50 all time in Steelers points. And yes, Martin, as you can tell by the ovation, the crowd here still really loves you. Dowd intercepts this one, can't throw it back out into the slot area. Work along the half wall and drop it backwards. Balmas trying to get it towards Dowd, it's off his skates and sends Doherty chasing backwards. Usula, poke checked at centre ice. Look, he's bouncing around and no one could bring it under immediate control. Stars trying to squeeze a quick line change in. Steelers stayed out, trying to take advantage, and Dowd tips it in! And there it is! 400 goals in Elite League competitions for Robert Dowd.
It didn't take him very long, did it? 45 seconds in. He actually did a pretty good job as the bench is clear now to show the appreciation for the feat that it is here at 400. A little unfortunate before that, Robert Dowd intercepts the pass behind the net, tries to set somebody up out in front, but this time it goes right back to him. Mitchell Balmas. Nice little play off the boards, and Robert Dowd doing what he does, goes to the net, stick down, drives a nice lane, and just rolls it up and over. You'll see it here, right there, nice little play, nothing netminder can do about it. Forwards chasing shadows on that one as Robert Dowd goes through the middle of the ice, and then just pops it into the top part of the net.
He didn't score all of those in orange, of course. A few of them belong to his Belfast Giants days. He is the first Elite League player to reach that mark. It's Dundee's first shot on goal 5 minutes into this game. That's with the interception on the back check. Couldn't get it forward to Ryan. And this one will get all the way through to Ritchie. Dangles inside and scores! The Steelers have started fast and they've taken control of this game early on.
Yeah, you look at the play through the middle of the ice, and I think it's Stephen Harper just let the puck sort of ride through over to Ritchie, and then Ritchie comes down this near side, right side, and pulls a nice little curl and drag move. You see it here, a little bit of a drag, pulls it back, and then maybe gets a little bit of a deflection. I'm not sure. It looks like it changed a little bit of direction. Maybe he just went off the defenseman a little bit there. You can see the Stars netminder is surprised more than anything that the puck has gone to that glove side. He doesn't see it. Mitchell Hurd crashes through the top of the crease.
Yamanen back to Loose. Stars in possession in the offensive zone. The shot from Yamamoto goes wide of that far post. Hurd in a tangle at his own blue line. Enough orange there to help him out though. Now Hurd's got a little bit more space. Flips it inside. Here's Ritchie trying to maneuver it in, and he does it superbly. The shift to the backhand was too much for Fisk.
Yeah, he just pushes a lot of pressure onto that inside edge on his right leg and just drives across the netminder. Maybe a little bit of a fake there. Gets the netminder sliding this way. And big body, big reach. Nice little play getting in the zone. Here we see it right there. Big heel stab in the middle of the ice there. He just drags his body across. Netminder misses with a poke check, and guess what happens? It's an empty net.
Still Steelers possession. Doherty creeping closer and sees his shot blocked right back towards him.
Good pressure here. Steelers fourth line.
Tremblay angles tight and the save is made to deny Watson. Watson again. Back to D. Shifted across. Steelers fourth line pinning the Stars in. Cormier changes the direction. Cormier creeps closer and hits the outside of the goal.
Here we'll see a little bit of the Olay from Cormier, and then off the outside, I think it is Bjorkley-Nordstrom out front causing chaos with the big body. Stars is going to be happy to get out of this period, I think.
Diffley forward. Touch from Hurd. Ritchie drops it back. Hurd plays it across. One more pass. The puck is still sitting there and Ritchie can't put it in. Puck was in an awkward position.
Yeah, he was all tied up, but he still got a decent opportunity towards the net. Yeah, tough little thing to do. How he even actually got a piece of that, but I don't think he would have been able to open it up and put it in the open net, could he, Jonathan? The angles of that's a mathematic one. The hands behind your back like that, I don't think you could do it.
I've seen a few between the legs goals.
Yeah.
In the Elite League. That would have been maybe the best of the bunch if somehow Brett Ritchie had been able to get it on target.
It's not all been negative. They have had some decent opportunities.
It's a lovely touch to Bjorkley-Nordstrom. Watson set him through. And the big man has another Steelers goal.
Yeah, nice little play on this near side. Watson on the breakout just sort of redirects the pass into Bjorkley-Nordstrom's path, and he comes in and you can see him pull it and then just snap it glove side. Same sort of shot you like to do if you're a lefty going down the other side. You pull it in and push it out and zips it past Fisk.
Well, Watson and Bjorkley-Nordstrom have combined for 39 goals and 49 assists at national division level for the Steel Dogs. They've just combined here for a Sheffield Steelers goal. Doherty. Switch to Cormier. Traffic in front. Deflects. It comes to Tate and the spinning shot is turned aside by Fisk from close range.
Good acrobatic play. Tate just can't quite get it up.
Here's Nieminen moving in with speed. Leaves the puck at the side of the goal. It was whacked out by Almqvist. Tremblay once again using that shoulder to good effect, but then let the puck get too far away from him, although he blocks the attempt, and he's got an opportunity now. Plays it across, it's put home by Watson! First Steelers goal for Kyle Watson.
Starts way back again in Steelers zone. Watson and Tremblay working well, trying to force the puck out the blue line, and finally Tremblay gets it out, and then it's a nice little pass across 2-on-1. Tremblay slides it across. Kyle Watson pretty much has an open net here. Nice open up, and the pass beats the netminder, and the shot just has to be in the right spot, and it is.
23 Sheffield Steel Dogs goals, 1 Sheffield Steelers goal. The Steelers only ever number 73. Well, that one's intercepted, and now Usula can burst forward. Support's provided. Oh, and it was poked away from just off the tape of Balmas. Kelly under pressure. Stars have it. Now provides the cover and wins it back. And now Balmas will have a little bit more space. Usula's the option inside. Balmas trying to play it across, and there's a penalty coming in here against Dundee. They're going to go short-handed here as the period winds down. 33 seconds to go on the clock. Keanu Yamamoto takes 2 minutes in the box. Steelers power play, which is down to 26%, but did get a goal yesterday. Spectacular one-time blast from Patrick Watling to open the scoring. We'll get 33 seconds to do something here in the second, and then if they don't manage it, minute and 27 at the start of the third. Southorn provides the option of that blue line bomb. Harper, work down for Hurd, trying to create an angle, and it deflects in. And the Steelers do get their 6th on the power play before the second period expires.
Mitchell Hurd, yeah, he walked out of the corner after a nice little play there from Harper down low. Hurd makes a lot of this himself as he drives himself Bit of a power. You can see he just sort of spins it out, protects the puck. Tough to see how that goes in. You know, obviously blade close to the netminder, but yeah, you can see it goes off the shin pad of the defenseman on the far side. Pretty fortunate, but a little bit unlucky as well. Tough one for Dundee to give up on the power play.
It's Hurd's goal, even if the final touch was off Craig Garrigan. It's around by the Souza. Yamamoto. He was blocked as he tried to bring it out in front of Greenfield. Bjorkley Nordstrom, loose touch. Steelers are onside. Bjorkley Nordstrom gets it back. Tried to squeeze one in, and it might have just come off the crossbar.
Bjorkley Nordstrom, by the reaction there, thinks he may have thought that might have actually gone in. They're going to have Fox wants a review of the goal. He's asking for a review. Hard to tell from that view, though. See here, maybe.
I don't think there's anything on that.
No, it looks off the post.
Well,
yeah.
the net just lifts up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's the netminder
That's
just
the
pushing
contact
off
with
it.
the netminder.
No, he doesn't want to do it now. Now they're like, no. I think they've seen it a few times. Don't want it now. Might be too late. They've called it now. They don't want to call it.
Well, the good news is this won't take long.
It won't take long, no. But
And just cue up that final replay. It shows it. It's just to have gone that deep into the net, to have come back out off the back bar, it couldn't have come out at the angle that it did.
this is usually the players tend to know a little bit too as well. But yeah, I think it's sort of one and done.
Tip from Schoenberg doesn't go. Steelers try and slap it clear. They do. And they might get an opportunity here with Usula. It's a short-handed opportunity. Will it get over the line? It will. Usula with the final touch. After Baumasser came so close. It's another shorty for the Steelers.
Dundee netminder not happy whatsoever. He makes a fantastic diving save across, and Usula does a good job holding everything up. Almost does a good job as well. Look at them, they just try to get into a position where they can do it. That's a fantastic save across, and then Dundee don't clear it, and then there's the result. The netminder not happy whatsoever with that.
Blast from Huttala, wide of the target. Tate. Slide behind the goal. Harper plays it out front, it's put through by Jasper. 8 for the Steelers, with a second home game running.
And you see the difference between the two teams. Just the opportunities that they create and the finishes that they do at the end of them.
Watling with the pass out.
Yeah, Stars in decent position. They're not in great position defensively. Evan Jasper just takes one little stride and turn, and the puck's already on the area from Watling.
Harper protects the puck. Southorn on for Diffley. Southorn through and deflected in. The net front presence of Stephen Harper.
Again, this line sort of pops up. Does what they need to do. They keep possession in the zone, move the puck around. Harper likes to be in that sort of area on the power play. Doesn't need in front of the net, looking for things like this. Exactly that, the tips, but get the shot through. What you got to do. Southorn just turns and fires it at the net. That's a great little backhand deflection back the other way. Stick down right there. Steelers turn just to hold it there.
Jody Lehman's final Steelers shutout was perhaps his most famous against Nottingham in the playoff final. It was his 24th. And now, with this shutout here, Matt Greenfield has joined him. 24 Steelers shutouts. The Steelers have destroyed Dundee today. Robert Dowd has his 400th Elite League goal. Kyle Watson has his first. Today, everything has gone the Steelers' way. There's barely a game goes by these days when Robert Dowd doesn't reach another landmark. But even by his standards, this one's pretty special. 400 Elite League goals. A few with the Giants, but the vast majority with the Sheffield Steelers. He didn't keep us waiting long in this game. Although he kept us waiting for 9 games without a goal. But it was just 45 seconds into this when he touched home Mitchell Balmas's pass.
Just building tension, Jonathan. It's always in the cards.
4 penalty minutes has taken him to 4th all-time in Steelers penalty minutes, past Zach Fitzgerald. There'll be many more milestones.
No one wants to
a little further ahead.
No, I'm not coming. No, you on your own. No.
Surely this should all have been planned out before he set off on his lap.
It did, but I think everyone was like, no, we're not going to do it. They're going to look.
Well, on Super Bowl Sunday, Greenfield at centre. Dowd is off at wide receiver, and he catches Cormier's pass over the middle. Touchdown, Robert Dowd. Well, that really couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah, I think we played a very good game, and buried our chances. I think there were some things we got away from in the second period, maybe for a little bit, but all in all, 9-0 game. You're not going to complain about too much.
3-0 in each of the 3 periods. Is that as close as a full 60 minutes that the Steelers have played this year?
Yeah, it's right there. I think it's something we've been talking a lot about as a group, especially as of late. I think we went through a tough stretch there, and you'd see a lot of good spurts, and then we get away from it if something didn't go our way, and we kind of shut down. And I think lately we've got back to just playing a certain way, and like you said, you mentioned a full 60 minutes. That's been a big part of that. And even when, obviously there's going to be pushback from teams, and we're not always going to get bounces or calls maybe don't go our way, we don't get away from it, and that's something that I think, has been a big reason why we've had some success here lately.
3 games before tonight against the Stars, 3 wins, 2 shutouts, so just 1 goal conceded. So important to play this game with a lead and make them chase. So a goal 45 seconds in was the dream start.
Yeah, again, you just mentioned 60 minutes, and it starts with the start, and it's another thing that I think we've been talking about a lot lately. We lost a point last weekend, in Manchester in the shootout, and I think that came down to our start. We didn't start on time, and we pushed back and ended up getting a point there. But I think since then we've talked about that starting on time, and did it last night and did it again tonight.
Not just the perfect start, but the fact that it was the perfect goal scorer. Robert Dowd hasn't scored in 9 games. He needed that. Yeah. It was a milestone goal, and you could see what it meant, not just to him, but to the whole team.
Yeah, it was something I think everyone was aware of, but maybe wasn't talking so much about in the room, and just obviously pumped for him. We all knew he was going to get it, just want to get it and move on. And obviously an amazing player. I think I've been here 6 seasons now or something like that, and he's been a leader every single year, and long before that too, and just one of the best players to put on the Steelers jersey. So he deserves it. It's obviously a big achievement.
2 more tonight for Brett Ritchie as well. The great release that he's got, and really Steelers fans starting to see what he's all about.
Yeah, he's, this is what we brought him in for. He's contributing on the power play for us, helping our power play, and then obviously the 5-on-5 play. That whole line, Ritchie, Hurdo, and Harps are going, and it's good. It's, some depth scoring. We have a few lines going, and when you have, multiple lines contributing and putting the puck in the net, it obviously takes some pressure off some others and helps us as a team.
Including the fourth line, an assist for Kyle Watson last night, his first Elite League goal tonight, another goal for Ivan Bjorkley-Nordstrom. That line is playing some great stuff right now. Yeah,
they were outstanding tonight, actually, and I mentioned us, maybe getting away from it in the second period a little bit, but that line carried us. When we had that little bit of a lull in the second period, they were, Trems was banging bodies, those other two putting the puck in the net. Killer makes a great play on the wall here to Ivan for the first assist on Ivan's goal. Again, well deserved for them. They put the work in. Even when you guys, when the fans don't see them on our lineup, they're practicing with us all week. Just kind of waiting for their opportunity. And tonight they got it, and Kyle last night as well, and they took advantage of it. So excited for them as well.
9 goals from 8 different scorers reflects that it was a full team performance.
Yeah, full team performance. And like you said, it's a long season, and top to bottom, I think you see some buy-in, and you see what we have to do to get success, and everyone's pulling the rope the right way. That's what we're doing right now to try and stay in the hunt.
Another shutout for Matt Greenfield. He's tied Jody Laban for the most ever in Steelers history. He had to work for that one, though.
Yeah, no, again, 9-0. We were clinical. We bared our chances, but Dundee had chances tonight too, and Greener shut the door. He's a rock for us back there, and been back-to-back MVPs in this league for good reason. Again, well deserved for him. He's going to be one of the best to do it in a Steelers jersey between the pipes as well.
So the message is surely enjoy tonight, but reset, because 2 huge games coming up next weekend.
Yeah, exactly. I think everyone's going to be watching the Super Bowl tonight. Take their off days the next couple days, and then back to work. I think gets no easier for us. We want to stay in the hunt. Some Cup semifinals coming up, and yeah, we got trophies to play for, and we got a gap to close. So big work week coming up. Just got to keep rolling.
The final word will go to the penalty kill. Aaron was full of praise for the work that you've been doing with that penalty killing unit. The 10th short-handed goal of the season, and only 12 power play goals given up. It's quite a record so far.
Yeah, they've been, they work, and what's awesome about that penalty killing group is they have some real pride in it. Obviously, the penalty kill doesn't quite get the stats you see on the score sheet generally. Obviously, you mentioned 10 shorties. That just comes from, them working and being on the same page, and just credits all to them, and I love that they're taking pride in it, and I love that it's turned into a little strength of ours as part of our team identity. So yeah, it's great.
Coach, a difficult night for your team.
Got our asses kicked, plain and simple, from start to finish. I mean, we had a spell there probably in the second period. We'd create some chances and opportunities, try and get back inside the game. Then we were down 3-0, but I feel sorry for our goalies. Left them out dry for most parts of tonight, and just not acceptable how we performed there tonight. And again, bad weekend overall. Like last weekend, we took 5 out of 6 points, and we thought maybe we turned the tide, and then we come into this weekend, it's just back to the same old bad habits, making receiving passes, easy fundamentals that we just can't seem to do sometimes. And you look at the scoreline there tonight, and we just got our asses handed to us again.
The Steelers are a team that have given you a bit of trouble this season. What is it that they do well that's so difficult for your team to break through?
Well, we're trying to find answers for that, right? It's we beat them here last year. They haven't changed their system the 3 years I've been here. It's the same thing. Obviously different players and that, but it's just one of those things. Like I think we've been outscored 25-1 this season against Sheffield. And it's their speed to keep coming at you. And just especially in this ring, we just can't seem to nullify that. And we got to find a way here. We got them 2 more times, there. We got to find some answers against these guys, especially.
Another challenges for your team coming up. How do you lift your team after this weekend?
Well, like all season, we just got to pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off. So we can't dwell on it. That's the biggest thing. We got to keep going. 0-0 every game. And we just got to, again, it goes back to basics and easy fundamentals, like I talked about, just catching and receiving passes. I mean, that's half our turnovers because of that. And but it's got to be a will to win. You see, last week we beat Nottingham in Nottingham. Had a big point against Cardiff. We've won a game in Manchester against Manchester during the week. And it's got to get back to that kind of work ethic.